We begin tonight with the trade war and President Trump's new reversal on tariffs, a major reprieve for big tech companies. The White House now exempting smartphones, computers, and other electronics from the latest round of tariffs. Shoppers had been rushing out to buy iPhones, most of which are assembled in China, before the 145% tariffs kicked in and were expected to cause prices to skyrocket. And China's 125% retaliatory tariffs on all American goods going into effect today. That has American farmers and some small businesses bracing for what comes next. And President Trump warning he could still impose targeted tariffs on some of those exempted items. ABC's senior White House correspondent Selena Wang leads us off from Washington.
Tonight, President Trump making a major reversal. His administration exempting smartphones, computers, and other electronics from his latest round of tariffs. A massive reprieve for tech companies and consumers amid fears that Trump's 145% tariffs on all Chinese goods would send prices of key products skyrocketing. Many consumers had been rushing to buy new iPhones before this late-night Friday announcement. The majority of Apple iPhones are assembled in China. But just 1 week ago, Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick claimed iPhones could be made in the USA.
The army of millions and millions of human beings screwing in little screws to make iPhones, that kind of thing is going to come to America.
But the relief may be short-lived. Trump has said he could still impose other targeted tariffs on some of these exempted products. And Trump's previous tariffs, including his 20% import taxes on Chinese goods as punishment for the U.S. fentanyl crisis, still apply. The White House saying tonight that America cannot rely on China to manufacture critical technologies such as semiconductors, chips, smartphones, and laptops. Trump's latest tariff U-turn coming amid warning signs in the bond markets, traditionally a safe haven investment during stock market volatility. The escalating U.S.-China trade war putting investors on edge.
The bond market is basically telling us that the world is now not confident in what we are doing and where we're going to be in the future.
Trump dismissing those concerns.
The bond market's going good. It had a little moment, but I solved that problem very quickly.
China, meanwhile, retaliating with 125% tariffs on all American products, going into effect today. The move, a blow to American farmers. China imports more soybeans from the U.S. than any other country.
All it's doing is hurting the U.S. farmer here.
And American small businesses also feeling the squeeze.
Well, this definitely affects my bottom line. Right now, we're going to make very little money.
Selena Wang joining us now from the White House. And Selena, as we heard there, so many people likely to be impacted by these tariffs. Where do talks stand right now between the U.S. and China?
Well, Whit, at least for now, neither side is backing down. White House officials say that President Trump is optimistic they can reach a deal, but Beijing is defiant, slamming Trump's tariff policy as a joke. But earlier this week, President Trump did announce a pause on his sweeping tariffs for countries other than China, giving them 90 days to negotiate a deal. White House officials say that more than 75 countries have reached out so far. Whit.
Selena, thank you. And tune into This Week tomorrow morning. Jonathan Karl speaks with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and Senator Elizabeth Warren on the fallout over President Trump's tariff policies.